15 seconds.
Okay, it's now 8:30, so thank you, Village Board, for being able to meet via Zoom this morning, Wednesday, July 8th. We really have one sort of duty that we'd like to get done this morning, and that is our resolution, which we adopted at our May 26th meeting, basically the Cooperstown Outdoors special event. We have decided to consider free Fridays in the Doubleday parking lot for at least the months of July and August to sort of encourage more local use and use of our downtown. It is coupled with the idea of working with the chamber that many of the businesses might stay open to 8 o'clock on Fridays instead of closing earlier. So just a way to sort of assist our Main Street businesses at this time. So the resolution was reworked from the one that you adopted on May 26th. And also, Joe, we were able to include your edits, which unfortunately, came in after we adopted the May 26th one. So glad to have your edits included on this one as well. There are basically a couple changes, and that is we do make a note of the masks and encouraging people to use masks. I can speak more later on the masks on Main sort of thing that we are doing. And the second to the last paragraph really addresses the paid parking fees in the Doubleday field parking lots being suspended for really the months of from July 10th on through the end of August. So that is basically what we're considering this morning. These changes, you all got the resolution. Cindy also very nicely provided you with data on the Doubleday field parking lot sort of revenue. And you can see that on our first Saturday in first Friday in July 3rd, the revenue from those 3 meters, which was just less than $500. So, are there any questions? Cindy, did you have anything you wanted to add?
No, that sounds, if there's anything we need to change, if Kyle could enable screen sharing, I can put the resolution on the screen if that's needed.
Were there any questions or, yes, Richard?
It doesn't affect how I'm going to vote on this. Have we gotten any requests from merchants to do this? Or is it felt that we need to do this first before they express an interest?
This really was generated from a meeting last week that Cindy and I had with Tara Burke, the head of the executive director of the chamber, and Jess Lanza, the incoming board president. And it was an idea that they felt that they had gotten that sense from their members.
Okay.
And I think too, you recall in our packet last month, as well as, a number of people have said to me personally, the idea of
Cindy.
Is that better? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, where did this go?
In our packets last month.
I've lost audio, sorry.
We can hear her, Richard, so it's definitely on your end there. And we hear you.
In any case, there have been a number of requests, related to paid parking, most of them, just do away with it completely. This certainly doesn't do that, but it does provide some relief, especially for people in the local area who want to come into the village and do some shopping, do some walking, whatever it is, eat out on a Friday.
So are there any other questions or anything that people would like to see change? Jim?
Hey, do we know what the village is taking in on the Main Street, on the business area paid parking?
You provided some of that, didn't you, in the past, Cindy?
I did. I didn't print out a total figure. I can tell you that July 4th was our best day this season, and it looked like it was over $1,000 for the day.
We have seen that kind of increase, and we knew that our Saturdays and Sundays, without a doubt, were our heaviest usage days for our parking. That isn't the norm always in a traditional summer season. But we are just talking now about closing Doubleday on Friday. So it's about, as I say, July 3rd, again, holiday weekend, or yes, holiday weekend. That Friday, July 3rd, was about $500. Right. Was there a motion? Joe?
So moved.
To adopt this revised resolution for Cooperstown Outdoors.
Yes.
Yes. And Jim, did I see your hand go up for a second? Thank you, Jim. All in favor? Aye.
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 Opposed? Okay, no opposed. Was there anything else? I don't believe so. I think we just wanted to get this done so that the chamber could have a little bit of a heads up and we could begin this Friday.
I have a question
Mhm.
that may or may not be related. Music on Main.
Yes.
I understand there was a band on the weekend.
Yes.
I'm not sure if that was a part of Music on Main.
Yes, it was, the chamber had been approached early on that sort of when, things got going downtown, that the Council Rock Band did want to launch our, the season. So they did perform on Sunday. I think they were slated for a couple hours, but they even played longer, as I understand. So the idea, oh, I'm sorry. So the idea would be that maybe some of that music might be switched to a Friday.
Yeah.
With this.
So the question is, well, one, we need to make sure that people know that they shouldn't be driving on the pavers and the sidewalk, because I guess they parked there, which isn't great. We want to protect those nice new pavers.
Great, thank you. I didn't know that.
So I don't know how we can relay that message to everyone who's, going to be playing.
Well,
And then
going forward, they, hopefully Tara, works with Terry and we know about these Music on Main, but we will convey that they can't be driving on there.
Yeah, I will give her a call and I'll say if somebody sees something, they should be calling down to the office and letting me know so I can take care of it sooner rather than later.
Yeah, but hopefully we can proactively let people know that's a no-no.
Good question.
Yeah. And then the other question is, I unfortunately wasn't able to be downtown this weekend, but my understanding is it was really, really loud. And I have no idea if there were complaints or not. I don't know. I
didn't receive any.
Okay, good. All right.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. They certainly would have hopefully been within our noise ordinance at that time period. Yes, Joe.
I'm not certain about the social distancing protocols. How is this Music on Main not becoming a congregate issue for us?
I also did not happen to see it. Did you, Cindy, the performance?
I did not. No.
I didn't get any comments from anyone, and I have been getting comments from people, about mask wearing on Main, which is one of the reasons we are working on that, ordering magnets that will go on the meters and trash cans, as well as signage that can go in any business window that wants it on Main, that basically, and all received that image of that really promotes masks on Main. The problem on Main, and I've had a couple comments where people said, oh, well, I saw people without masks in Lakefront Park and there were several of them together. Well, it's hard for us to know, is that a family grouping? Are those the people in that bubble? But at least in Lakefront Park, you can see them and you can socially distance easily because the park is big enough. But on Main Street, particularly now that we're trying to encourage on-street dining, on-street retail, etc., we really only say keep 5 feet of sidewalk clear. So right off the bat, we aren't providing that 6 feet. So that's why it's critical that mask use be used on Main, and we're really going to be encouraging that.
Yeah,
Joe?
if I may, with regard to Lakefront Park, the issue where I see it is Fish Road. There's a tremendous amount of activity, kayakers, boarders, folks going back and forth to fish, people coming on and off their boats. I'm back and forth there all the time, and there is a lot less social distancing you can do when you're hauling your boat or whatever. So I think signage down there is important as well. And I do have one comment on the signage that has been drafted up, and some have suggested to me that it should be more admonitory than it is. There should be a little bit of an edge to the seriousness of the message. So I just tossed that out there for consideration.
Richard?
I was not going to bring this up, but since everybody else is bringing it up, you know my opinion on all of this, Dr. Fauci said unless we have 95% of the population wearing masks outdoors, we're not going to be able to control this thing adequately, and we're going to get well over 200,000 deaths. I'm tired of it. You can ask these people all you want. They've heard it. They've been asked nicely dozens and dozens and dozens of times. It's not working. Municipalities do have the right to set their own rules and do have the right to enforce them. I know we're going to have difficulty enforcing them, but it's not impossible. I certainly think we need to go, just like Texas happens to be going, to mandatory masks outdoors. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't like all these tourists coming here thinking they're on vacation from the constraints of COVID and just walking around without masks like they own the place. I do not agree that it's even must be admonitory. I think we need to be punitive, and maybe the message will get out. You've heard it from me. This is what my position is going to be publicly, and however you want to take it, I understand.
Thank you, Richard. I think that, I'm sorry, Jim.
Yes, I'd like to add to that. Should we think about or possibly consider some larger signage on all roads coming into the village that talks about our mask policy, that's easy to read, so that everyone coming into the village has seen the message. I just want to throw that out there for consideration.
Mm-hmm. Cindy, I wanted to ask, I didn't have to notice, is the school sign down now, the banner? Or is it still up?
I don't know. I walked downtown last night and I didn't notice one way or the other.
I think I did notice, I think that most of the lampposts no longer have their things on them, correct?
That is correct. The students got their personal.
They got their personal.
Yeah.
As you all know, we had this discussion about a banner earlier and did go ahead and order it, and it has been in our possession for several weeks. But the problem is that the banner poles where we wanted to display it have had some delays in their hanging hardware. So we haven't been able to put it up there. But if the school banner is down, I would say let's put it up on the old wires now as soon as possible. So that'll be a first step. I certainly understand the concerns. We do keep Heidi Bond, the community Otsego County Health Director, has certainly kept municipalities and everybody posted on the degree, the amount of testing occurring in our county. And the only uptick we've seen is there were like 3, and this is in like the last weekend. So, and it's really they're not seeing an incredible uptick as we've gone from phase 1, 2, 3, and now obviously into 4. So keeping an eye on that, I think, is going to help us be informed. But let's see if we can get that banner up as well. Is there anything else? If not, we can adjourn our meeting. Oh, I did want to say that this just all got sort of settled yesterday. I had a call from Senator Schumer's Binghamton office, and they have planning that Schumer is doing sort of a circuit through upstate New York to try and generate strong support for state and local funding in this next stimulus package. So he's going to be at Doubleday at about 2:45 today, doing a little press thing there. And if it rains, everybody's running to Doubleday. So if there's a crowd, obviously that'll be we're running into the stadium, in other words. Okay, all right.
Stadium's open.
Thank you so much, everyone. Meeting, oh, I'm sorry, Joe, did you want to?
Waving goodbye.
All right, waving goodbye. All right, meeting adjourned. Thank you all so much.
Bye.
Bye.